Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday. It is June 26, 2021, and quite warm today here at the homestead. I know not as warm as out in the Northwest. They're getting hammered out there, absolutely hammered with a major heat wave. Triple-digit temperatures coming for them out there. And that's not a good thing. So what I wanted to do today with this video, guys, I wanted to kind of talk about from my experience. We'll talk about my experience. I want to kind of show you this first. Look at the breeze with the trees. Look at the trees blowing here. So it's warm, but we got a nice breeze blowing. It actually doesn't feel bad. It feels pretty decent actually. Alright, so I've been on YouTube I think 11 years, and you know, when I got started on YouTube, put up videos here and there. I wasn't putting up videos daily, you know, and as I progressed into stuff and got going, you know, then went through a divorce. Of course, that was not a pleasant experience, and you know, it's just dealing with all of that, the highs and lows. There's a lot of highs with YouTube, a lot of lows with YouTube as well. The political landscape has changed. Things became very political on YouTube and the other media platforms, as we all know. And after the election, when Trump beat Clinton, boy, things changed after that. That's when it really changed, because you know, you had, they were pissed off, you know, that Trump won, and they were going to make sure it didn't happen again, and obviously it did not. But so how does that affect, you know, like us as YouTubers, especially more conservative YouTubers? You're going to, you know, I'm going to tell you, so I have met some absolutely wonderful people from doing YouTube. Just absolutely wonderful, great people, very down to earth. Several people that I now consider my friends, I met through YouTube, and the two top ones that come to mind are definitely Reese and Eric, and you guys know who you are. And you know, I consider both of those guys my friends, and never would have met them if it hadn't been for YouTube. But you know, then you deal with the lows of YouTube, being swatted, having Child Protective called on you, you know, having the police show up because of doing, you know, whatever they deem, you know, your trolls, if they're looking for anything that they can do to try to hurt you, calling the town to try to get you in trouble. I mean, so I got to show you. There's Mr. Buddy. You won't see Max or Soxy in this video because they are both inside laying on my bed, because I was just in my room and they were in there with me. So I came out to make this video, and I said, well, I guess they will not be on video, but Mr. Buddy is. So there's your cat sighting. Huh? Snot. So anyway, but those are the things, you know, you deal with. And I know through the years I've seen a lot of channels come and go. Different people that I've talked to, they have enough. They have enough of the hate. They can't deal with it, and so they get off of YouTube. You know, it happens, and I get it, and I understand it. I do, because it is relentless. The people that hate you are relentless, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to quit. And I've talked to other YouTubers, smaller channels, and you know, they were like, you know, I'm going to get off of here. They were like, I can't do this anymore. I said, when you quit, those type of people win. And so, you know, that's to me, they're never going to win. They are never going to defeat me. They're going to never drive me out or any of those type of things. So I tarped this guys the other day. Actually, I want to move this one tarp here because you can see it's blown up. So I'm going to move that to there. There. But yeah, so that's all tarped up and ready to rock and roll now. But anyway, you know, If you give in and if you quit, then they win. And that's their goal. Their goal is to drive you out. And so when different events happen, like the nonsense the other day, that just makes my resolve that much more determined. You are not getting me to quit. So if any of the people that hate me are watching, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. And there's my pretty little girl. There's a pretty little girl. Yes. And there's Miss Pandora. Hello, baby girl. I know, good girl. So, but anyway, so well, actually, I'll show you guys something here too in a minute. But the good far outweighs the bad as far as YouTube goes. So you take it with a grain of salt. You make decisions. What is acceptable? What is not acceptable? With anything in life, you have to have your two lists: the positives and the negatives. And I don't do this because I think that I'm famous or I think that I'm important. That's not why I got onto YouTube. Was never my goal in the beginning. I have a decent following now, which is great. And I have absolutely 100% loyal subscribers that watch everything, which is just fantastic. And but my goal has always been to teach and to help people. Show them that this lifestyle is possible, that anybody can do this, and not give up, and not quit. And because unfortunately a lot of people that go and try to live off grid, inside of a year, they're back on grid. Because that delusion that they think that it's going to be, rainbows and unicorns all the time. The reality is, this lifestyle is not easy. It is a lot of hard work. If you plan on using wood as your main heat source, good example, okay? You are either going to have to cut trees down, split it, stack it, bring it in during the winter to burn. Then you got to deal with your chimney, your fires, making sure that you're on top of the creosote issue and all those type of things. I mean, so there's a lot to it just for that one aspect of it. And and it sucks when there's a foot of snow on the ground and you got to go out to the woodshed. It's definitely better going out to the woodshed than it is to a tarp, under a tarp. I can tell you that. Having that woodshed built last year was an absolute blessing. So, but again, these things, that's what people, I think a lot of times they don't get. They don't understand, the whole aspect of it. But, it is a lot of work, but to me it's well worth it. A lot of peace of mind, a lot lower bills. I make the investment in my wood every year. And, so there you go, But I don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, what's my gas and electric bill going to be through the winter months? Because it's always going to be, you're going to have, okay, like this time of year, right? If you have electric, you're running your air conditioner, you're staying in your nice comfortable house, and so your bills might be a little bit higher this time of year because of the electrical use. Well, in the wintertime, you're using, if you're using electric, it's definitely going to be higher. But if you're using, gas or propane and those type of things, it can get expensive. And so, if you're trying to heat, your house. And so I always had a wood stove. Had an insert in my, I had a regular fireplace in my house when I was in Greece, and we ended up putting an insert in that, which made it much more efficient. And we always supplemented by burning constantly, and it kept our bills down in the, in the wintertime because of that. But there were still times that the bills were higher. So, you trade one thing for the other. You're trading a little bit more physical, harder lifestyle, which I think is a good thing, because physical activity is definitely not going to hurt you. It's going to make you better, stronger, keep you more active. But, these are things people do definitely need to be thinking about. But getting back to what I was talking about, the highs and lows, it's awesome to be out there, putting yourself out there to help people, to show them that, yes, this lifestyle is possible. Anybody can do this if you put in the effort and the hard work. And, that part is really, really cool. And yeah, is it an ego boost? Of course it is. I'm not going to lie. I'll be 100% honest with you. It's a great ego boost. That's being honest. But, you know, I don't think that I'm better than anybody else. I don't think that I'm all that, you know, because I'm just me. I'm always going to be just me. I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. And if you watch my videos for any length of years, you see that. I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. Always have been, always will be. But, you know, it's just staying the course, continuing to do what you do. And I just wanted to let you guys know that no matter what, that's what I plan on doing. I'm not going anywhere. And I plan on continuing to do YouTube as long as I'm allowed to by YouTube. And, you know, sharing information and sharing my thoughts and, you know, and showing you guys what we're doing here. And, you know, once we start getting into, you know, the tomatoes, I mean, look at the tomato plants, they're growing like crazy. So I don't even know if we got any little tomatoes on there or not yet. We'll take a walk over here. But like in here, with a cantaloupe, we got, like you can see, little cantaloupe there. Let's see. We got little cantaloupes popping in all over the place and through here. There's another one there. So, yeah, so we got, you know, there's a lot of cantaloupes coming, and so it's just, let's take a look at this tomatoes and see if we got any little tomatoes on here yet or not. I don't know if we do. Got all the little blossoms there starting, so, but, you know, we're going to have a lot of tomatoes this year. We probably got another 30 tomato plants in the greenhouse itself. So we have these tomato plants here. We got the one pepper plant there. We have more tomato plants over here. And like I said, I probably have 30, at least 30 tomato plants in the greenhouse itself. So, you know, once we get to that point and we're canning, we're going to share that with you. We're going to show you what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it. You know what I mean? It's just the soaring food cost and everything else. It just makes a lot of sense to, you know, be smart and be as prepared as we possibly can be. So that's what we're doing, trying to show other people that this is possible, you know, and you can do it. So, and that's more my thing. You know, I like that element of it. I got to show you. Look at Buddy in the shade underneath the car. So anyway, guys, I just kind of wanted to share that with you and let you know I have no intention of going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But I kind of wanted to, you know, get into a little bit of the highs and lows. Some of the stuff that you have to deal with by putting yourself out there, it does suck. And it's BS. And you got to deal with a lot of BS. But, you know, I'll tell you what, overall, the overall experience, I would say 98% positive, 2% negative, realistically. So with those odds, like I said, I'll deal with the negative when we got to deal with the negative. It just shows you how closely you're watched by those that hate you, which I still, to this day, I will never get that. I never could understand why, if you hate somebody, that you would watch their stuff. I don't get. I really don't. But it is what it is. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope your Saturday is great. I hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy some of this weather. And I will see you all later. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Also remember, guys, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive. Stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. And there is Mr. Lucy. Just got to show you him, too. Luce! What's up, baby boy? You want to go in?